recorded. You're practical. You have a write-up to do, which is due on Wednesday of next week. But it's quite a straightforward one. Okay, so this is a copper sulfate write-up. There's a proper title on the sheet, isn't there? Okay, but what you need to do for this is just have a results table, observations, and data processing, which is the calculations. Okay, this is all going in your OneNote. Okay, and a conclusion, which is what's the value of X. Now I want you to do this one all completed in Microsoft Word. Okay, you've all got that because you've got Office 365, and attached to this page. Okay, so this will be in your lab reports section of your OneNote, and you just attach it on there. Then I can just open it, comment, and you can see the comments. Izzy? Well, this is what we're doing now. Okay, it's a very simple lab report because the only things you have are results table, which I can't spell, results table, observations, data processing, and conclusion. So it's not really a full lab report at all. I don't want you to write a procedure because it's already on the sheet, so don't waste your time repeating that. There's a couple of tips when you're doing your lab report. You put the title, you put your name, you put the date, all those things at the top. Now for this one, you're going to start straight off with the results. Results will be a table. This is all being recorded, by the way, what we're doing right now. So this screen, you can come back to this screen and see what it says. There's a couple of tips I'm going to give you. The results table. Really, the results table on your sheet is not the best because it's actually useful for the lab, but it has processing as well. Really, we should be recording the mass of each object, and that would have the same uncertainty. Okay, so that would be plus or minus. So you put your uncertainty in here, whatever it is, and the units are grams. Notice on the sheets, put G after every entry. That's not very efficient, is it? Okay. On here, we just have the title of object, which is weighed or whatever, object is fine, really. So you record your mass there. And the data processing, when you're calculating the amount, or the mass, I should say, of copper sulfate hydrated, that's the calculation, so it doesn't go in your results table because it has different uncertainty, okay? So then you've got your data processing section, your calculations. Now for this, I would really like, well, I'm going to insist that you do this actually, insert some equations, okay? Now to do this, you have to calculate a few things. The mass of hydrated copper sulfate, the mass of anhydrous copper sulfate, and the mass of water which is lost. Okay, you'll also need to convert those into moles of those things as well. Yes, okay, yeah, you know how to convert mass to moles, don't you? So how do you do that? Insert equation. Just makes it a bit neater. Okay, so for example, if I wanted to do mass of hydrated sulfate. Uh-oh, how do I do a subscript in the equation editor?
Because
up here somewhere?
No.
Yeah, it doesn't work.
It doesn't work when you do home.
So equation editor, here's the tip. _4. Oh, that still doesn't work. It works. You can do it up here, but the shortcut is underscore and number. Yes, if it's in Word 2016. Okay, so mass of hydrated copper sulfate equals, and it's a number minus another number equals a number. Okay?
That's okay. And then we do that for different.
Then you can do insert a new equation for the mass of something else. You might want to do, for some of these equations, you might say, do you know what, that's very similar to the last one. Control C. Another one in and edit it. That might be something you can do. Some of these calculations you'll need to do some divisions. So for those equations, let's say moles. I'm going to shorten that to mole. Mole copper sulfate hydrated. Hydrated copper sulfate, maybe I should say, equals and I'm going to insert a fraction. Okay, so this is whatever the mass was divided by the molar mass, whatever that is, equals another number for the unit. Okay, now this way of setting out your calculations, it's obviously a bit longer than you writing it out by hand, but you do need to be able to do things on your computer for IAs, and I really think that using the equation editor is much better. Sometimes people do things that they write numbers and they write another number and they insert a line and they go, okay, yeah, there we go, there's my division. How do you like that? It looks a mess, all right? This way is really neat and you can edit it as you need to and it's all formatted so it's the proper way of doing it. You've also got all the symbols that you need. So when you're on your equation editor, you've got other symbols that you might need up here, multiplication, division. Please don't do this. Don't do the thing where you do something divided by. I want to see it as a fraction because we should be able to see it clearly, okay? So you can see that this version here, where I've done the fraction, is much clearer than having a division in a line, all right? So at the end of it, you'll have the moles of copper sulfate, the moles of, in fact, I've just written this as an example, but you'll be working out the moles of anhydrous copper sulfate and the moles of water, and then finding the ratio between the two. Okay, but I'm not going to give, I don't want to give you the template for the calculations because I want you to think it through. This is just showing you how to present it. So at the end will just be a formula, a value of X. Any other questions about your...
Observations is just a paragraph of what we saw.
Oh, thanks, Izzy, I forgot. Observations goes in here, doesn't it? I was so keen to get onto formula editor. Thank you, okay. And then you just attach it to this page.
Can I just, I'm not in the high level group, I'm on Chem SL group. So
I'll
just
change,
add
yes,
these
I'll
to
switch
the-
you around. So now what I'm going to do is send this out to all of you in your lab report section. So that's where you insert it. So when you have this, you click on insert file attachment and you put your file in there, okay? You need to do one observation before you go. It's very easy. Oh, I can stop this now. Yeah.